Hi, I'm Tyler Perry. I'll be reading a poem from my forthcoming book of poetry, which is coming out in October with Frontenac House Poetry as part of the Quartet 2020. This poem is a distractor poem, which is a form of poetry in which the poet takes a question from a multiple choice reading comprehension test and writes a new poem to go with the question. This one is called The Poet's Approach. Number 24. In Alden Nolan's poem, Incident Observed While Picking Up the Mail, the poet's approach to the subject of the poem reflects A, an attitude of indifference to social conventions, B, the contrived nature of personal relationships, C, an empathetic view of a bittersweet moment, or D, the traditional aspects of a specific event. Approach the poet with caution. His attitude of indifference to social conventions reflects his sociopathic tendencies, as do the contrived nature of his personal relationships. This poet lacks empathy. All of his moments are bittersweet, unless they are simply bitter. He drinks black coffee because the taste of the specific brand of coffee whitener they traditionally use at these events leaves a chalky taste in his mouth. He eats sugar cubes on their own, not in his coffee. The subjects of his poems are always reflections of rippled shadows under moving water. The poet is a voyeur who parks near high schools and adjusts his rear-view mirror like a periscope to the sidewalk. He creeps into the classrooms and smooths out crumpled papers, shakes pencil shavings onto the floor. He steals his poetry from recycling bins and shredders, Scotch tapes strips of paper back together, scrapes gum from the undersides of desks. The poet takes burnt coffee from the pot and abuses the photocopier. He does not like to be questioned.